Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Chocolo here for a South Korean special part 3. Yes, as you don't know, I've done, well, you probably can imagine, even if you did know, I've done a couple of South Korean specials in the past. Basically, a long-time viewer, Rick, has sent me lots of South Korean products, essentially. So much so that basically I've got enough for 3 parts, with possibly even 4 almost, but I think I might be pushing it, so I think this is going to be the the last one of them, really. So, yeah, lots of varied stuff, basically. Now, Andrew, how are you doing today? 4 weeks till Christmas tomorrow. Yeah, I can't. Is it? Well, yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? Yeah, goodness me, it's gone going very quick. To be honest with you, I need to start churning out the Christmas content now as well. I think so. Maybe some lives from now on it'll be sort of the Christmas related ones, or the sort of the chocolate specials or whatever, or the chocolate selection specials rather. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes anyway. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a couple of, well, at least one Christmas review today, not live, but recorded for later on this week, I think. Yeah, so have you got your advent calendar, Andrew? By the way, I can't remember if you said you'd got one or not, but I decided on a Lindor one this year. I might see if I grab another one maybe, but I think having more than one is a bit excessive, especially when you've got to review chocolate on top of it all. But yeah, so I know, can't believe it's nearly Christmas. Can't believe it really. It's gone very quick, very quick. Yeah, no advent calendars your end, RC. Yes, have to. Well, yeah. Still a few days to go. I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? But you know, they're not quite the same as they were when you were younger, I guess. But I still quite enjoy having one now, especially because of the channel and things. It just keeps me a bit, yeah, I don't know. I might turn out the sort of shorts for opening the days every day as well. But I think the Lindor one, I think there's about 4 different kinds of Lindor in there. I think so. It's not quite as varied, but it should still be interesting all the same. Yeah, so as I say, I've got loads of Korean stuff to do, not all sweetie type things as well, actually. Might be, yeah, quite a few different things, to be honest with you. We'll see. Some of them maybe a bit random, but we'll go with it and see what happens. Yeah, so we'll start with what have we got here. Yes, I think Rick mentioned this last time. The special edition vanilla lemon crisps, by the looks of it, really. Yeah, so I don't quite see, you know. The packaging looks really good though, doesn't it? I love the artwork on these, actually, has to be said. That sort of cute looking bee, or person dressed as a bee, one or the other, or something dressed as a bee, I'm not sure. You can see there it's got this cake on top as well, so lemon drizzle flavoured crisps, I guess. Very interesting, really, yeah. People have been praising the M&S mini Yule logs in the tubs, and they're really nice, but I'm not sure people realise it's just a usual Swiss roll bites dusted with icing sugar. I see they've just made the same things. They usually are quite nice, those mini Yule logs and all those kind of things, aren't they? I must say. But yeah, well, I don't know. You can't go wrong with the same thing, but dusted with icing sugar, I guess. But there we go. And hi there, Rick. How's things going for you today? How things go for you? Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, you're not following the football, I imagine, because you're not too bothered about it. But you're not done too bad. I think Canada did pretty well, actually. We were unfortunate to. I can't remember if they lost or did they lose or did they draw. But they were unfortunate either way, and the South Korea drew as well. So not too bad. It looks promising, basically. It looks pretty promising. But yes, got these ones you mentioned Rick before, the vanilla lemon crisps. I love the art. I do love the artwork, and there's a. I guess it's meant to be a bee, just as a farmer this time, or a beekeeper, I guess. Throwing some cookies around, I think. I'm not sure why I'm throwing cookies about, but there we go. 175 calories per 100 grams. Oh no, 30 grams, I think that is. There we go, yeah. Possibly 17 grams of fat, one of which is saturates. Not 100% sure. Pretty, yeah, pretty nice, but lots of it in Korean, of course. I can't really read a lot of it, but we can get the gist. Yes, before you pop by, see your opinions on some Korean contraptions, yes. Oh dear, yeah, thanks so much for these again. There's probably the last lot, actually. There's a couple of other things left over, but I might review them separately, like the mystery Oreos and things. Might review them separately. Yes, lemon cake flavour crisps, pretty wacky, yeah, certainly. Should be quite nice, I mean, interesting. But yeah, I like that they've actually got the cake on there, so it actually shows you what it actually is. That's pretty good. Yes, Mercalbi, I guess. Wonder if there'll be any salt or just with sweet crisps. Well, the ones I've had in the past, which have been just, we've had, what other flavours have we had? I can't quite recall what they were now, Rick. Had some others in the past anyway that were basically just sweet. You know, I think honey butter crisps as well at one point, and they were just, yeah, you know, very sweet. I know it's very, very strange, yeah, but very interesting. Massive pack as well. So give it a bit of an open. I don't think there's much point in putting on the other camera because I can't really show you much, really, with it. So yeah. Yeah, but the hours a date with green expiry dates must be the other way round. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think it's 2000 and yeah, I think it's 15th of December. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, so it's supposed to be crisps are probably fine, a bit out of date. I'm not, I mean, I don't know. The point, they can only get worse with time goes by, but I imagine crisps probably don't get affected too much by sell-by dates, particularly. Well, not as much as other products anyway. But yeah, basically, it's quite good for ordering things in that order because you can, if you ever sort by them, as a computery geekiness coming out here. But yes, basically, if you're in that sort of format. They'll be in date order basically, whereas if the when you sort them A to Z, or I think 1 to 0 to 9, whatever. Yeah, I haven't tried many of these snacks. Let Rob test them out for me. Yes, they are very quirky, aren't they? As we said, they do. I love the artwork on them. Though, I must say, I really do love the artwork on them. It's just so nice. Love the artwork, really. Definitely better what we have here. What's the best before? June 2016. See, goodness me. Well, 1916. Yeah. Oh dear. That would be taking a bit far, maybe. What's to do this weekend? Well, nothing too much really. Yeah, just the World Cup's been a lot on most of this week really. So that's been the main thing about, to be honest with you. But yeah, nothing too dramatic. What's been going on? Anything of interest? Just been getting through the week really. My swim pattern was a bit out of kilter for the past 2 weeks. I think I'm finally back on track now really, so hopefully yeah, that's been my main thing, just trying to get back on track with sleeping at the correct times. Yeah, how about you? Anything new this week? And how about you, Andrew, as well? How's things going for you? So let's give this a bit of an opener. Let's have a look at them. Quite a nice big pack, you can see. I'll open it. I'm going to open this one particularly well. Don't want to blow it, make them go everywhere, but I can't actually open this. Yeah, so rip it slightly. So you can see a very big pack, but really only half full. A bit disappointing there. It's got like a crisp smell, but obviously with the sweet. You can see, as I say there, just really only half full. I can show you actually. Can't a bit hard to. Let's see. There we go. You can see this the crisps there. I guess yes. There we are. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Canada almost drew Belgium. Yes, but the referee has a history of corruption over here. It was a bit dodgy. What happened was should have got a penalty or something like that. I can't seem to remember now. Yes. Didn't call clear fouls. Yeah. Oh dear, it was a bit like that, was it? I don't think I saw the whole game for that one, but I'm not sure anyway. I saw some of it anyway. Yeah, real shame. Well, fingers crossed. But yeah, it was disappointing. I think just seemed to have trouble shooting as well, I seem to remember. Yes, and career time with Uruguay, so happy there as well. So yeah, could have been far worse, I think, is just a bit, but obviously would have been nice to have some points for Canada and for Canada. So we'll see how it goes for the next one. But still in it, I think, still in it. So yeah. Alright, so here we go. So nice, a very light colour crisp as the other ones have been. Those we've done, but you can see there are no sort of specks on them. See, they're very sort of, it's like the smell of crisp but without any other smell at all. There's no lemon smell or anything like that. Very very light coloured crisps as well. Grab another one just to see. Yeah, so they're really lightly baked, I guess you'd say. Yes. Yeah, England. Drew with the US as well. We'll see. Is it appearing? Yes, there we go. Yes. Yeah. No, probably not the best result, really. I think, especially you expect the UK to be a bit more, England to be a bit more a better team, but nonetheless, England usually go a bit always underperform or make it worse for themselves when they don't need to. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. We've got Wales next, I think, so should win that game. But again, you never know. It's a bit of an relatively open group. I think, did the US win their previous game? No, I think they drew with Wales, didn't they? So yeah, so a bit of an open group really. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, interesting though. Yeah. Yes. Did they ban the Crusaders app? Did they really? I've not heard that, but I can understand it. That's probably fair enough. I think that, isn't it? Yeah, honestly. I mean, I think obviously these days people don't quite realise the connotations of it, but it does. Yeah, it's probably not the right area of the world to be dressed like that, I don't think. Dear me. I didn't know that though, yeah, honestly. All right, let's give these a taste then. So lemon, what was the actual official flavour of it? Vanilla lemon. Okay, let's give it a bit of a go. Let's see. Oh, wow. It is just sweet. Very vanilla-y. Interesting. Other than the fact that the medium is crisp, it really does taste like a sort of vanilla lemon sponge. It really does. Might be a slight hint of a savoury taste there. Like Andrew was mentioning, maybe some kind of salty taste. But I'm not sure if it's really there. It's just the fact that it's just the potatoes, really. Really bizarre. Just really do taste just like, just like a sort of, a lemon drizzle, a lemon sponge, basically. Vanilla sponge, really. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, it's no go in the Middle East. Yeah, well, this is it. I know. Honestly, I guess because people are just so used to wearing them, they probably don't think about it, do they? Really, or maybe just I don't know. Well, you'd assume ignorance anyway, wouldn't you? But hopefully, yeah. But so well, I didn't hear that really. The BBC's a bit sort of, I usually watch sort of the BBC's news website, but they're very sort of, I don't know. I don't know what the word is really for them. I won't say it's PC. They're just sort of. I don't know. They're meant to not have a bias, the BBC, but they basically do. On some very random things that they won't publish. Sort of, like I don't know. It's just some things they just don't. Publish, or some certain stories they do publish and stuff like that. Their agendas are kind of sort of seen as sort of progressive, I guess you'd say, but I don't know. It just doesn't matter. The thing is, if there's something that you're meant to publish, you're meant to publish it, aren't you? Really, they wouldn't highlight, like for instance, because it's more of a tabloidy style, headline to say, banned Crusader outfits or whatever, because it's more like a tabloidy thing. The BBC won't particularly sort of publish that or whatever, but it's but they have published things that have been banned. You know what I mean? But they won't highlight what it is and make an issue of it, if you know what I mean. So yeah. That's why I didn't see, because I saw the headline of some things that have been banned, and I didn't really think, I'd already heard they'd banned something. I can't remember what it was now. Like alcohol and stuff like that, and things like this. I just thought, it's nothing to, not really much interest to me really, but because it didn't really highlight didn't have a picture or something highlighting different things like they often do with their stories, like that. Just sort of passed me by really. It's a very interesting set of crisps, these ones. Very nice, very interesting. Okay, I don't know what to make of them really. These sweet crisps they're very unusual in the UK. They're very sweet. I mean, it's literally, there's no sort of, there's a slight savouriness there for the crisp itself, maybe somewhere in the background, but basically, if you just imagine, a sort of vanilla, literally a sort of lemon sponge in crisp form. That's basically what you've got here, and I guess that's what it's trying to be. It's very interesting. It's I'll say very unusual. Well, it really does manage to taste like it. It really has a sort of subtle lemony taste. And I guess sort of like a vanilla-y. There is a vanilla-iness to it as well. It really hits the mark, really. I don't know what to rate these though, to be honest with you. I mean, I have reviewed some crisps in the past, and so I'm not a massive fan of them, but they really tick the boxes and they taste just like they're meant to. But I don't know. But it's a bit different when it's a sort of sweet crisp, I think. I'm not sure if they're quite. I don't know. They're very unusual, I think. I don't watch news channels myself these days, so I used to download or streaming everything. Yeah, well, I just take the website sort of generally. I don't really, watch the news on the on the TV or whatever. Yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I think a lot of people like that really don't. They just don't get the news in the traditional sense anymore. Yeah. Hello, Nisha. How are you doing? Okay. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Yes. Oh, good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. How's your day going today? Yeah, so as for these crisps, very unusual. I think, not sure. I don't know how to rate these ones. They're very difficult. I think they really hit the spot as far as what they're trying to do. But I think, at the end of the day, they are very sweet crisp that doesn't have any savouriness to them at all. I think you might have to bear that in mind. But, I can't hold it back too much. They do taste exactly like they're meant to. I think, I don't know, what can you say? They're very unusual, I think the gist of it is. I think it's one of those where if you really want to sort of, I don't know, a sweet crisp. I think this is basically one to go for, really. I mean, it does taste just like you'd imagine it would do, as you know, just like it should do, really. And there's no sort of savouriness to it particularly at all, really. It's very much a sweet lemon cake flavoured crisp. But I don't think it's quite, I don't know, it's just a bit unusual. Maybe too unusual, but that's probably what it's meant to be. So I think for me, I don't think I can give it 5 stars because I don't think it's quite, it's a bit too unusual for me, I think. But despite the fact that it is exactly what it's meant to be. But I don't think I can quite say it's 3 stars either, because I think it's, you know, it does have to have some, you know, laudits or credits or, you know, whatever, for the fact that it's, you know, actually achieving what it sets out to be. So I think I'll go in the middle and say 4 out of 5 for that one, is a long story short there. A very interesting one, very unusual, but yes. Oh, very good, thank you. Yes, how's your weekend going? Not too bad, Nisha, thanks so much. Yeah, not too bad at all. Yeah, what have you been up to? Anything nice? Hope you're having a good weekend yourself. Was a corker, I see. It's an expression, well, usually we spell it with a C, I think, but I put it with a K. Just means something really good, basically. It's like saying sort of Korean supers or something like that, but it's just like, I don't know, very sort of, I guess, a British way of saying it, you know. So one of those. Yeah. Right, so what have we got next then? Well, try a bit of, got these ones here. Yeah, these, I think they're sort of almonds, caramel salted almonds and pretzels, basically. Another great set of artwork there. Before 40 grams, 195 calories. There we go. It's a lovely artwork. I think it's just the almonds and pretzels, I guess. So it's very good. Yes. Like telly, yes. Is that something? Yeah. It's not what I don't say telly myself, but people do say it. Yeah, I used to just say television or TV, I say. But yeah, so I guess telly is one of those, isn't it? What's on the telly? Oh, see. Yeah. So there we go. And then a lovely set of well, I guess look to it really. Quite a nice look. It looks just even the calorie sort of stuff and things sort of seems to work quite well, doesn't it? It just works with the packaging, nice colour, things like this. It looks very interesting again. So caramel salted almond and pretzel, there we go. Yes. Right, so let's have a look. So give it a bit of a open here. Let's see. Never knew some people pronounce figure as figer, or figure. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's common. I don't know. Figer, I don't know. Not heard that before. I don't know. Figer in the UK. I've certainly not heard that myself. So I don't know. Is it? Am I saying it right? I've only heard figure as figure. I've not heard it as figer, I guess. I don't know. Unless I'm saying figure in the way you're meaning it. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Is that? I don't know really. Yes. I mean, like figure. So it's the way I'm saying it, figure. Yeah. Okay. Well, how do you say it then? I don't know. Figer? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how you pronounce it then. Yeah, I can't. Figure. Rather than figure. Okay, like in the US or something like that. And it is how you say in Canada as well. Figure. A bit more of a. Yeah, okay, right, maybe there's a bit of a difference then, yeah. It's probably with an accent, isn't it, that? Maybe it's just the accent that does it. But yeah, I say figure, yeah. So, interesting that, yeah. Alright, let's have a see. So I think let's give these a bit of an open then, see what they're like. Let's have a see. They're quite interesting. I think it's got, basically, as you can imagine with these, just pop a few out. But basically, almonds and pretzels, really. It's still quite interesting. That's the almonds. Usually almonds, I'm not sure I've seen an almond like that before. Normally, not been de-shelled or something. I'm not too sure really. Put the stress on the fig, so figure. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, yes, I don't. But yeah, yeah. I see. Yeah, I think it probably is like an accent thing, isn't it? Yeah, it probably is like an accent thing, isn't it? It's interesting though. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. All right, let's have a see. Give these a bit of a taste. And so, yeah, let's see what flavours were they. Salted, yes, salted caramel and almond pretzel. Okay, yeah. All right, give this one a bit of a go. Bit of a very sweet smell to it, which I guess you'd imagine. So let's give it a taste. Interesting again, it's like a pretzel, but you know, but usually they're always accompanied with a salty taste, pretzels, but in this one it's kind of not there at all. It's just sort of a bit of a sweety taste. Interesting. I don't know if it's that strong a sweet taste, though. It's definitely, you know, sweet. It doesn't necessarily taste of caramel or anything like that, so a very interesting one. I don't know if these almonds can be just like this, I'm not sure really. Let's give them a go anyway. Yes, they can. Interesting again. A nice, again, the sweetness is very much prevalent. I mean, it's not like there's really any sort of savoury taste with them at all. It's very, very kind of interesting, really. I mean, nice, actually. I think it's just a weird one. They don't really, you know, you sort of imagine them to be sort of sweet and salty at the same time, but they're not really. They're just kind of sweet. It's very strange, you know. You kind of expect that, you know, combination of flavours. It's a bit like the crisps as well. They sort of seem to have gone all out on the sweet side, which I guess, you know, is probably what you'd possibly expect. Certainly is what I expect now, anyway. And they're quite nice, these, actually. As I say, I feel like I'd sort of like to have more of the sort of savoury, salty sort of taste to it all, you know, whatever as well, really. But it's just because I'm used to that, really, I think. I mean, you see this pretzel here, it's just... all the others have generally got you know, space in them, but this one's got so much caramel in, it's just covered the holes in it, you know. Let's give it a go. Again, quite subtle as well, though, in the pretzel for some reason. It doesn't come across like it was just basted with caramel like that. What do you think, Rick? Do you have these ones then, these sort of combination of snacks? Very interesting. I think, I don't know what to make of these, really. I feel they're very Moorish, very easy to eat. Yeah, they go overboard on the sweet snacks. I guess they don't like saltiness. Yes, beyond the store stack. Who knows? Yes. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, it's interesting, really. It definitely seems like the sweetiness is the sort of, yeah, definitely the way they go for it, really, don't they? Yes, I've got the other ones as well, yeah, to try as well. Yeah, interesting as well. Very interesting. I think just think they're quite nice generally, really. But as I say, they sort of, you know, don't have the sort of any sort of saltiness to them at all, any sort of savouriness generally to them. Not really, anyway. Especially women on a diet, etc. Is that what the sort of demographic who eat them is? It? But it still seem to be quite sweet, though. Interesting. I quite like them, really. They're very, I say, you know, they are kind of like, it's a weird one, isn't it? I guess when you're normally thinking of sort of nuts and things, and people might think, oh, you know, it's what you really sort of want from a sort of nut, to have it really sweet and like a chocolate flavoured one or a caramel flavoured one or whatever. But it's weird when you really don't have the sort of savouriness to it as well. It sort of makes it so so different. You know, you kind of expect to have sort of like the you know, the sort of, I don't know, some kind of other flavour to it as well, but you just get the sweetness from it. So it's very unusual. It just seems different, really. It's just not quite, you know, even sort of like the ones, I wouldn't say you really get sweet flavours in the UK of these kind of products, but I guess pretzels you kind of do. But even then, they've still got the saltiness to them, you know, it's very strange. So you just to not have that at all, it's very weird, it's unusual. So it does strike you as strange, you know, in the UK, at least for myself anyway. So I think for me, I don't know, unusual, very Moorish to eat, but again, they just taste so sweet, it's just unusual. So I don't know, I think in this case, I think I can kind of, you know, put a bit of a spin on it, rather than just saying, oh yeah, it's definitely what they're meant to be. I feel like with the crisp ones, I don't know, you know, I feel like when they could get away with it, but these ones, I don't know if it's just too sweet or just too unusual. So 3.5 or 4. I think this time I will pin it back a bit and say a 3.5 out of 5, but they're still not too bad, you know what I mean, not too bad. Yeah. Quite to enjoy this, but maybe just a bit too sweet. But you know, to have the whole pack, for instance, you know what I mean? Yes. Seems more women eat them there. I see. Okay, yes, it's one of those, is it? Yeah, I see. Interesting, really interesting. Yes. Oh, and hello there, David. How are you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Yes, maybe you from the comments. Hope you're doing okay. Well, so we just had this doing a Korean special this time, and it was these sort of pretzels and almonds, basically. Yes, caramel salted almonds and pretzels. Yeah. Hope you're doing alright, David. Good to see you, as I say. Good to see you. Nice little avatar there. Yes, so interesting one. So it's a career special, as I say. So I've got a few things to go through. I don't know where to try. Well, these Rick as well, because Rick sent me these ones basically. Yeah, so I'm not sure what these are really. Could be something on. I don't know really what they are. It could be a spread or something like that. I'm not sure. So maybe a spread, these ones. I don't know. So I'm not sure I can particularly review these. But we do have those. Maybe I'll take a look at them. We'll see. Yes. I see. You're one of Regular Games' best friends, said to give me this account. I see. Okay. Yes, I haven't seen you for a long time in the comments. One of those. Yeah, well, it's good to see you, David. Good to see you. Different levels of choc balls. I did shake them. I can't hear them. That's just the plastic, I think. So, all right, we'll give them a bit of an open. Let's have a look. They did look quite interesting. As we said. They have a variety of products over there, Rick. I mean, it's quite. They do pretty good, really. Just get some. A little mess there. Little noise. Okay. Go to some of the packaging there. Alright, so let's have a look then. So it's obviously, so they're nice little jars, look pretty good. Alright, let's have a look. It's got like a little tab thing to open it with, I think. So choc balls, you say, yeah, they don't seem to shake or anything, which is unusual. I thought they might do. Just trying to say, maybe I'll just lift myself up for this because I can't quite. It's easier this way. Alright, so let's remove the tab. Alright. Yes. He's never able to get to the streams because he sleeps in. No, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Well, glad you could make it, David. It was one of those where you can obviously watch them past the event, but obviously the time differences does make it a bit different. Yeah, it's one of those. It is one of them. Yeah, so it's just I don't know. You just got to sort of, essentially, you know, I can't sort of do it at all hours, basically, is the gist of it. I mean, Rick, for instance, where he is, he's kind of in, well, it's basically 1 o'clock, 1:30, I think it is, in Rick's time at the moment. So it is one of those where it's difficult to have the time for everyone, unfortunately. Yeah, always trying to produce the next best snack trend, I see. Let's see what these are like then. Let's give them a bit of an open. So I might go down to the other camera at the moment. Let's have a look. All right. Let's have a see. Okay. Oh, very strange, this one. Yeah, it's like a little, I don't know, weird pot here. Yeah, so I don't know. It looks very unusual, that. I'm not sure what to make of that. Yes. I don't know. Look at that very, I don't know what to make of it. I'm a bit worried it wasn't. I mean, it's very strange. What is it then, Rick? I don't really even know what this... So half full to start, which is very strange. You meant to do something with it? I don't know. Is that just eat it like that? I don't know. Let's try open a new one as well, see. He's in Texas and I live in Russia. Okay, so it's different. Okay, right, okay. Don't eat it. Yeah, so what's happened then? Is it gone a bit dodgy, has it? Yeah, or is it meant to? I don't know, what is it? I mean, what's it? I don't react because I don't even know what it's meant to be. I'm not sure. Guess they melted over the months. Okay, I see. Yeah, because I didn't hear them at all because you can't hear them shake. So maybe I won't eat these ones then. Okay. Well, at least you're here to tell me anyway. But they do look a bit... let's try opening the other one and just see what the other one looks like. Yeah. Yeah, they've all kind of fused together. Is that what it is? Yes, there's a small ball form. Oh, okay, well, there we go. Well, you know, we get the gist of what they sort of were like. Well. I thought it was a bit strange. I couldn't hear anything when I shook them. Well, there we go. Well, you got the gist of what they're like, everyone, I guess. Sort of. So strange. Yeah, I thought maybe... I couldn't tell what they were, really. So I thought maybe they were spread or something, you know. So, oh well. They might be fine to eat, technically. They just... the expiry date's quite late. You know, it is ages away. I did have a check of that. So they're both 2023. So they're probably okay, but I don't know. Like you say, maybe not worth the risk. Oh dear, you don't want to... yeah, so... Oh well. Yeah. Honestly. Very strange. Oh, never mind. But we got the gist of what they were. To be honest with you, I kind of thought that might be the case. They look melted. Yeah, I think they were. So what happened then, Rick? What was it? Yeah. They thought they would melt to go into sealed packaging. No, it's very strange. Was that... Where did they get such heat then to melt them, I guess? Was that on the way here, do you think? It was hot during the summer, so there is a chance. You know, yeah. unusual though. All the other products seem to be fine. So it could have just been that they were like that when you bought them, and you'd never really know, would you? I guess. Well, I don't know if you could shake them and hear them or whatever. Yeah. Oh well. Never mind. Never mind. I wasn't sure whether to have them or not anyway, really. Alright, so we've got these ones. We'll try these ones, shall we? Wasabi almonds. So we'll try these wasabi almond ones. So see how we're... He's got Korea there. Look at that. I do love the artwork on these. It's really good. So try these ones. I guess these are just almonds this time. No pretzels this time, I imagine. Might be a bit warm, these ones. We'll see. I'm not too sure. I say I do love the artwork's really good, though. Yeah. That's one thing they definitely do have over there. Decent sort of artwork on the products. Seems to really do a good job of that. In the UK, we sort of have reasonably good artwork. You're a fan of wasabi now, I see. I don't know if you've ever really had it, David, before, you know. But you're allergic to almonds, okay, right, well. Yeah, so it's a shame. Yeah, I don't have these then, I guess, but yeah. But yeah, I've seen there. No, I don't know if I've really, I mean, I don't know if I've really had wasabi properly before, so I don't know if this is real wasabi or not, or it's just flavoured. Yeah. I like the honey butter ones, but again, sweets. Yeah, see. There you go. Nice pack of almonds there. So that's So I don't know how hot these are going to be. They have a wasabi smell to them. Well, it's there we go. Let's give them a bit of a taste. They might be ridiculously hot, these ones, so we'll see how I get on. Definitely got a kick to them. Not too bad though. Not that sort of very sweet wasabi taste. Wasabi does have a bit of a sweet taste, doesn't it, to be honest with you? I've just sort of not really considered it before, but it does taste a bit sweet. They ever do Japanese sweets? Not specifically. I've done some of the Japanese Kit Kats, which are really quirky and interesting, but not actual, nothing, not really, other than that, not really, no. Well, you're a fan of Japanese sweets, David. Not really, other than the Japanese Kit Kats, I don't generally know what they have, to be honest with you. Interesting, yeah. It's not bad, these ones. They're quite, let's say, got that sort of a bit of a kick. Not really that spicy, to be honest with you. I'm not an expert on wasabi, so I can't say for sure whether, it's a great quality flavour representation or whatever, but got a bit of a kick to it when you first eat it, but it's only on the outside. Belgium, that's the home of chocolate. Yes, do get a lot of Belgian chocolates, basically, yeah, so it's quite a reasonably common thing over here. Yeah, they are quite, they are pretty good actually, but they're very, I find they can be quite creamy, as I say, so the chocolate is very, very milky, so it's nice though, but it is that way inclined, basically, You're a big fan of the spicy food, are you, see, David? Yeah. I used to have it quite a lot when I was younger. I don't eat it quite as much nowadays, but I do quite like spicy food myself as well, but I don't eat it as much as I did. So these ones are quite spicy. I don't know, as you can see, I've not had my socks blown off or anything like that. Just have a bit of a brief kick, basically. I say how authentic to wasabi it is, I'm not too sure, but it seems to taste like it. It's nice. It is nice. It is nice, actually. Just a good snack, generally. Bit sort of has a bit of a sweetness to them as well. I think it's quite nice. I feel like if you want a sort of a spicy snack, I guess is what you want really. The almonds as well, they don't taste very almond-like. I've noticed this with almonds as well. They tend to you have the sort of the ground almond. You don't really get that much of an almondy taste in almonds. It's very strange, but yeah, I think for me they're pretty good. I think they're just a bit plain now. I'd say they're sort of more about the. Basically, if you just like wasabi or not, I think is the gist of it. It's got that sort of wasabi taste to it, and that's about it. There's not really much of an almond taste, bit of a crunch. I think for me, they're between a 3 and a 3.5. If you really like spice, you really like wasabi, you could probably bump it up to a 4, maybe a 4.5. But I think for me, it's probably 3.5 out of 5. I think a pretty nice snack, but not going to blow your socks off, and not with the heat either. You might be expecting a hotter heat with wasabi. Yeah, yes. Notice you do Slovak sweets. Well, basically, Dave. What's happened is, I get like a monthly. I subscribe to a monthly sort of snack parcel surprise that's sent out. Basically, I'm not sponsored by them in any way, and they do it themed on a different country. It seems to be European countries generally, But it could be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it might not be limited to European ones, but it seems to be for the moment. So yeah, basically, yeah, they've been sending me different ones, and one of them is Slovakia essentially. So that's what these sort of live reviews tend to be. I mean, Rick sent me some Korean stuff basically, but the Slovakian ones were sent from yeah, this sort of subscription service that I go to. So I do like a live review of them. I unbox them and then do a live review of them as well. So that's the gist of it. It's only a British thing. I'm not sure actually. I assume, well, it is a British company to do it. I assume they just do it to the UK, but there might be services in other countries. But obviously, probably because it's in Europe, really, it's probably reasonably cheaper to get the different chocolates from the different countries and things, you know, because obviously it's a bit closer. So it might, you know, yeah, so it might be a bit. It might be quite specific, yeah, to Europe essentially. And that's probably why they mainly do European countries, really. But you know, I'm not sure. Yeah, so it might be one of those really. They possibly could do it in the US, or yeah, so maybe we're having a search online or something like that. But yeah, difficult one, and Russia as well, of course. But I don't know. Might be a bit difficult, really. I think. But yeah, maybe I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those you'd have to search online. I reckon, basically. But as far as I know, yeah, I'm not yeah, I've not really heard of it much before at all, other than the past year where I heard about them. So yeah, interesting. Yes, but if they do front rush, it'd be fine now. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those, isn't it? I think I might have to just have a search online or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, yes. Have a sort of yeah, have a search online. I think is the gist of it. And see what you can find. I think that's the best bet. But I don't know. It might be yeah. See, yeah. So one of those. Right. I think. Have a look. So what have we got now? This one here. So it's got another. I don't know what these are really. Black Tiger popcorn. Is this chocolate flavoured popcorn? I'm not sure. Is it? Might be chocolate. I'm not sure. I don't really know what flavour it is. We'll find out. Yes. That's an interesting one. What is it? Well, I assume it's not tiger flavoured. Music Tiger. So there you go. So got per 80 grams, 420 calories basically. So it does look an interesting one. I don't know. You think it's chocolate? Yes. Yeah. So it's pretty exotic. I think it does look a bit, doesn't it? It does look a bit, yeah. It does look a bit different. That's for sure. I've no idea what flavour. Chocolate flavour. We'll see, I guess. But it does look good though. Again, it's got good packaging. I think it looks nice. Yeah. Give it a bit of an open then. Again, maybe a lot of air inside. So you can open it. It's quite difficult to open these. You can't just open them like a crisp pack, generally. There we go. Yeah, the thing is chocolate. I just smell a bit chocolatey. Never tasted an animal that sort. Well, yes. I think it's just the branding. I don't think it's specific. Well, I don't imagine it would be a tiger flavoured. But yeah, it smells very chocolatey. Yeah, looks very very nice and interesting. There we go. Yeah, let's pull a couple out. So it's yeah, it just seems to be, let's say, just slightly dusted or dipped in chocolate, basically. So we can. There you go. Yeah, has a smell of chocolate as well. Yes. Oop. I must drop one on the floor. 7-Eleven sells it. Ah, okay, right. So we don't get those stores in the UK. We have sort of similar ones, but don't get the actual one. Do you like chocolate covered popcorn? I've never really had it before, you know, believe it or not. In fact, no, I've had it a couple of times, but they were kind of low calorie affairs, really. So I'm not sure how good they were. Let's give it a go then. Let's have a see. Let's give it a taste. Interesting. It's not. It's quite subtle. You do get mainly a sort of like a popcorny taste. I'm not sure I really get specifically. Yeah, I don't know. Like a chocolatey taste. Not sure. They just have caramel over it and all that. Yeah, see, okay. Interesting, yeah. These ones definitely sort of. They've not got a massive taste to them. It's interesting, really. I think they're very lightly coated. They're really sort of, I don't know, they're sort of slightly flavoured. It's not really sweet even. It doesn't really. It just basically tastes like popcorn really with a slight dusting of chocolate. You know, it's just not really a very strongly taste at all. It doesn't really taste sweet. It just kind of tastes a bit yeah, I don't know, unusual. I'm not sure how to pronounce your names, by the way. Is it Nguyen? Yes, I think. Good to see you, though. Good to see you. hope I've not destroyed your name there. I do apologise. But yeah, good to see you. Unusual taste, I think, is the gist of it. You know, just not really very overly chocolatey. It's just kind of like dusted with it. There's a slight sweetness there, but I feel like it's a bit like a sort of diet popcorn. I'm sort of trying to come across as a bit more interesting. You know, so I've had these sort of chocolate-coloured popcorns in the UK before, where they've been very centred around like a diet product, essentially, low-calorie sort of thing. And they taste a bit like this as well, where they've had a hint of chocolate, but not overly strong, really. Yeah. The one you need to avoid, you're not a big fan. They're okay, basically, but I don't think they're going to blow your socks off. I think they're just, you know, they are like a bit of a diet product, I would say. If you imagine if you can imagine, like, you see these sort of popcorny crisps and things like that in the shops generally, at least in the UK, where they're sort of flavoured popcorn snacks and things like this, and they taste okay, but they're generally a bit sort of, you know, you can tell the sort of diet products, and this is kind of how this one comes across. It doesn't taste overly chocolatey, really. It doesn't have a massively sweet taste to it either. So, I don't know, I think for me, it's not as good as just general popcorn, which is sort of like, you know, sweet popcorn you get, or salty popcorn. I think it's just not as good as even that, really. So I think it's going to be a 2 out of 5 for me, these ones. They're just okay. You know, they're just okay. But nothing that's going to blow your socks off there. Yeah. Yeah, so a bit of a shame really, that one. Not too bad, but again, nothing too dramatic, basically. Yes. Popcorn at cinemas are probably the best. It's not bad at all, popcorn at cinema. I do like it. It's the place to go, isn't it, popcorn at cinema? But in the UK, though, I don't know if it's quite as good as in sort of like the US and Canada, I imagine. We could just have loads of, you know, lovely sort of coverings on them. It's just a typical sort of popcorn in the UK. You just get sweet or salt, basically, salty. You don't really get loads of different coverings and stuff like massive, you know, gooiness on there. It's just sort of a general, yeah, popcorn. But it's all right, though. It's still nice, though. I think it's better than that as well, you know, just a bit more interesting. It's a bit of a swig. Just to palate cleanse a bit. Yeah, so I've got another one of these sort of like little products now that Rick sends across as well. Here we go. Honey butter almond this time. So unfortunately, David might be allergic to these as well, unfortunately. But imagine again, honey butter seems to be definitely a thing in Korea, that's for sure. He's got the Korea thing there as well. Almonds having a good time. And why not? This is definitely the flavour of Korea, isn't it, I think, Rick? It's fair to say. Yes. What is the beverage? Pepsi Max. Yeah, so it's basically like a no-calorie Pepsi, basically. Yeah, because I just eat these sweets, I can't have calories from a drink, so yeah. Yes. What's your beverage of choice? Any, yeah. What do you drink as well, Rick? What's, you know, what do you like? I'm not sure in Nguyen as well, what you have. Let's give this one a bit of a look. So try and open these ones as well. I'll say good packaging again. See, cola as well, yes. Is that with sugar or without? In Korean food, they have butter, garlic powder covered, garlic powder covered, caramel covered, cheese powder covered. Goodness me, that's quite a lot. We don't have anything like that. Yeah, I see. Nothing like that at all. Yeah. Garlic powder covered, caramel covered. Wow, that's quite. Yeah, I think in the UK it's just basically you just essentially have like a generic sort of sweet popcorn and a generic salty one. I don't even know if always have the salty one really. So they're not really sort of covered on the spot either. They're just all pre-prepared almost. You don't add your own toppings really or anything like that. So it's like compote. Isn't that sort of like a fruit, like a yogurt type affair, isn't it? Could be wrong there, yeah. Interesting, no? Like a fruity yogurt or something. Yes. Let's do this bit of an open then, let's see. So again, I think it's just going to be almonds. I think there's any pretzels in this one. Yeah, it's just a general almondiness to them, but it's in half full, I guess. I've not really mentioned that before. Yeah. Yeah, can you choose between two flavours and a divider and a bucket? That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? We used to do things like that in the UK a bit more interesting, but it's a bit boring in the UK, really. Yeah, cinemas in the UK are really small and tiny. So they're still big, but they're very compact, so everyone's quite close. And yeah, and the sort of, I think the sweets experience will probably not be anything very special compared to other countries. Yes, fruity and sweets. Yeah, okay. Yes. Oh, I'll see you soon, David. It's good to see you, David. Yeah, I hope you're doing all right. Have a good weekend. I have to go. I'll see you again, David. I'll see you soon. Oh, you're calling cans like Pepsi, but it tastes different here. Okay, yeah. Interesting, interesting. You will return. Okay, well, nice one, David. If I don't see you, it's good to see you here, and I'll see you soon, I'm sure. Yeah, so the Pepsi tastes different. Oh, is the internet playing up a bit? Okay, I think my internet just went a bit strange for a second. We have 4D theatre room. Yeah, I've not tried it. We do have one. We have like a. I've not tried it. No, is it any good then? I've always thought maybe it's just a bit of a gimmick, really. So is it quite good? Maybe we should try it. There is some of the seats as well where I think you just have some random seats in some cinemas also vibrate or something, but they definitely have all these ones that splash water on you and air and stuff like that. All right, let's give this a bit of a go then. Nothing, no smell particularly from it. Unusual this one. Very sweet again. That sort of. It's all like a bit like an, bit of an oily, honey taste to it, really, I guess, because of the butterness to it. It's okay, this one again, but again, it's one of those where it's just about a bit too much for me, this one. Seats move and vibrate with air sometimes, mist blowing from the seat in front of you. Yeah, so are they any good then? What do you think, Rick? Are they any good, or is it just a bit of a gimmick? Yeah, what do you think? I know they have them with things like, I know obviously, if you go to sort of one of these theme parks in like the US, what are they called now? I don't know, I forgot what they're called now. Probably the Disney one, really, because I guess they've got the Marvel license, haven't they? But all the sort of, I don't know, all the films, sort of, I forgot what they're called. Epcot's and the other one, and whatever they're called. I forgot the cinema company is that runs them now. But anyway, or the film company. But yeah, I know they have them all there, of course, and specific ones, especially for different franchises and things. I just thought the ones in cinemas might be a bit, I don't know, a bit of a letdown, a bit mundane. But are they any good then? Would you recommend them? They've never quite. I've always thought they might just be a bit gimmicky. Yeah, these sweets are okay. I think they're all right. These ones. I think these almonds, but again, I think the honey butter one is just a bit too. I don't know. It's just a bit too. Not unusual, but just a bit. I don't know. It's just a bit sort of greasy and a bit. I don't know. It's just the flavour itself is a bit odd, especially with crisps. I guess you can. I think it's part of the crisp, but when it's with the almonds, it just tastes a bit like a bit sort of. The butteriness doesn't quite work for me. It's good for the adventure, something like that, but once for the experience, it could get annoying. Yeah, I see. Okay, one of those where maybe it's just a good film for. I guess a sort of blockbustery type film like The Avenger. It's just all action and things, but yeah, it depends if they keep doing it for pointless scenes, doesn't it? Really, if it's just everyday scenes of people walking about talking, it probably just doesn't have much of an effect. Maybe we'll just get a bit much. So these honey butter almonds, again, these ones, I don't know. The other ones are a bit more interesting. These ones, I'm not sure if it's just that flavour's just not for me, really, I think. And the almonds, again, don't have much of a taste. It's just got a bit of a sort of greasiness to it from the butteriness, I think. It's got a bit of a sweet taste to it as well. But again, it's quite a savoury product generally. So it's one of those, really. I think for me, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's just not my kind of flavour, I reckon. So I think for me, I'm going to say 2 out of 5 for this one. I think it's okay, but I think I'd rather have something a bit more interesting for me, I reckon. So one of those, one of them. Almond covered in sugar would be good. Yeah, I think that would probably be a bit more like it. I think, yeah, definitely be a bit more interesting, that one. I think it would just be sort of quite a bit more specific. I think. I think you're right there. Yeah, I think you're right there. And the tickets are $5 extra, in UK cinema tickets are very expensive. But I remember when I went to the US, the cinema was a lot bigger and nicely spaced out and things, and the tickets were no more expensive, if not cheaper, really. So you know, I bet those $5 extra tickets are, well, I don't know about in Korea actually, but I'm sure in sort of Canada or what have you, you know, I think you'd probably still be paying about the same as regular UK rubbish seating prices. Yeah, so one of those. All right, yeah. Let's have a see. So I got probably not too many more, to be honest with you. You know, we're nearly kind of through them all. I've got some other things that might be a bit. I've got these ones here, Rick, that you mentioned. I'll give them a try. I'm not sure whether to go for this. I don't know what it's. Yeah, we'll give it a go. See what it's like. Maybe it might not be one we can't eat. We've got this. You put this a sweet red bean jelly. You've never eaten this, so I'm the guinea pig. So we'll give it a go. At least look at it anyway. If nothing else, we'll give it a look at. But it looks, it does look really nice. I like the packaging again. I think for no other reason, I think we've got to show it off for the packaging. So it just looks lovely, really. And the very, you know, just really nice artwork for the packaging. I guess you could say it's quite simple, but it does look really nice. I do really like the look of that. So yeah, so you never tried this then, Rick? I don't even know what it is. I mean, when you say jelly as well, because of course in the UK, I don't know if it's the same in Canada, but in the US they say jello and we have jelly. And what's the difference? And I think jam as well is. I think jam they call jello. I think, and jelly we call. Oh, I don't know. I think jelly we call jam. I think is the gist of it. And jello we call jelly. I think something like that. Yeah. So I'm not really sure what this is. I don't know if it's a spread or not. So we'll have a look and see. Give it an open then. We'll at least have a look at it, even if it's not something we can eat. But we'll have a look. Let's have a see. All right. Interesting. Okay. This seems to. So it does seem to be. It's like a weird block of something. I'm not sure. So at least have a look at it anyway, if nothing else. But it seems very. Maybe it's more of a spread. I don't know if you could just eat this, Rick. I don't know. You have to let me know. It's very unusual. I can't really see. It's not really openable as such. If that makes sense. Yes, this will probably be the last one as well. So let's see. It's like a gelatin texture. Okay, let's have a look. Right. You can kind of open it. No, you can just eat it. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, it's very unusual. Yeah, very unusual. Look at that. Well, yeah, so I'm a bit of a guinea pig here. Look at this. Okay. An interesting taste. Yeah, smell to it, but yeah, definitely looks a bit. Right. Yes. I guess you can see like a red tint on it. All right. So this is the one to end on, I guess. We'll see how this goes if I die. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. We can see it's kind of wobbly, like Rick said. Yes. He said the worst for last, I think. Okay, yeah, we'll go out on a bang, I guess they say. Yeah. We'll see what it's like. Could be in trouble here. All right. Okay. We'll see what it's like then. All right. This is the thing I do. Yeah, the live stuff, I guess. All right. Let's give it a bit. I won't eat too much of it. But let's give it a nibble. Strange consistency, actually. You'd think it would be kind of like. It's weird, actually. It's a weird consistency. Well, I had a little bite of it because I wasn't sure. It's like most all the Korean folks eat it. Ah, see, okay, yeah. It's interesting, really. It's a bit like it doesn't taste like the consistency of what you'd expect it to taste to have. Like it's sort of like quite. I wouldn't say it's powdery, but it sort of. It's not chewy or bouncy or anything like that. It's just like a solid brick of I don't eat too much of it, just in case too much is too much. You know what I mean? But it's not. I'm not massively loving it. It's more. It's quite savoury. It's okay though. It's not like unpleasant, but it's kind of like I'm trying to think what the texture's like. It's an unusual texture, but it's kind of like got a bit of a sweetness to it. It's just unusual. It's definitely unusual. I can't really think of an equivalent that it's like. It's not. I won't say it tastes like licorice. Licorice is a bit chewier, but it's something definitely along those lines. It's kind of like a bit soft. Imagine like a very softer licorice. That's kind of like the texture to it. I won't say the taste is like that. It's got a bit of a sweetness to it, but a bit of a. I guess it's just like like a sweetness, like of a vegetable, I guess you'd say. I could be a bit biased because it's red bean jelly or whatever, but it does taste that way inclined. You know what I mean? Like the sweetness of a fruit or a veg or something like that. Maybe more of a fruit, really. Like a very, not quite as sort of sweet as a dried, like a raisin or sultana or something like that, but something along those lines. Basically, it's not too bad. I can imagine it is. It is kind of something that would. You can imagine if this wasn't in a bar shape and like in little balls or something, you could accompany, like sort of nuts or something like that. You could see it in some form in the same snack, a bit like you get sort of fruit and nut type mixes sometimes, things like this. It's not too bad actually. It's not really my cup of tea, I must say, but I don't dislike it. But you know what I mean. It's not horrible, but it's just not my cup of tea. But it's interesting, unusual. As I say, it's just one of those where if you like it, you like it. I think it's one of the people who like licorice, maybe sort of more sort of raisiny type things. Might be, not appealing in the big bar form. It definitely doesn't do it any favors. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It definitely doesn't do it any favors, but it's not too bad. I think it's just one of those. It is what it is, I think, if you know what I mean. It is what it is. But it's not too bad. I don't dislike it. I just don't think it's for me. It's just a bit. It's just one of those, as I say, it's people who probably don't not necessarily like licorice, because it doesn't taste like licorice, but it's got that sort of vibe going about it. And people who like sort of like your, fruitiness in your sort of fruit nut mix, I guess you'd say. But again, it's quite a subtle sweetness to it. It's not massively sweet. That's what I mean. It's kind of like a weird sort of mix, so a bit of a halfway between like a sort of sweety taste and a savoury taste, I guess. So it's an interesting one. I don't think I can. It's not for me. I think for me, my own personal rating of it is probably a 2 out of 5, maybe a 1.5 because it's just not for me. But I think that'd be a bit unfair to it, really. So I think I don't know. It's a hard one to rate because of course it's just not for me. I think if it is for you, you could probably say it's a 3.5 or 4. I think. I don't think it's going to blow your socks off either way. But I think So I think for that reason, I think it's not too bad. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's just because it's unusual, a bit quirky, but it's I can't really rate it too badly because of me. I think, as I say, my own personal rating is a 1.5 or 2. But yeah, it's one of those. Well, enjoy your Pepsi at least. They'd be quite interesting set of products actually. I quite like them. They're just unusual. As I say, I think what did I say? I think they were pretty good actually. You know what I mean? I mean the thing is, really, they're so different. It's quite hard to sort of, I guess to sort of to really fall in love with straight away. I think is just they are quite an acquired taste, I think. But none of them were bad. As I say, I don't give anything 5 out of 5. But 5 is to be a really good product. I mean, 3 out of 5 is an average product. So all these things really, except for a couple, were I think I reviewed about what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 things, I think. Only a couple of them were below 3, I think. So it's not too bad at all. Yeah, it's got some good ratings, to be honest with you. They're just all quite focused on being sweet, some of them, aren't they? That's the problem with them. They're just a bit too sweet, I think, for my taste. But yeah, they're still nice. Let's say a lot of them were given, I think 3.5, 4s, which is not a bad rating. Yeah. But yes, you got to get raised these things. Yeah, they are, as I say, they are unusual. And if you're not used to them, I think it's one of those. But no, I did appreciate those. I mean, they were not too bad at all, really. But as I say, nothing blew my socks off. But I definitely could appreciate them, and I think they were nice. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So thank you so much, Rick. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's about trying these quirky flavours as well. Something so different than what I normally have. So it's not, it's no problem at all. And I thought they were quite interesting, really. But I think the chocolate popcorn one sounds like a good one, but it was just a bit too subtle, really. It wasn't an all out. This is literally, thick chocolate on popcorn. It was kind of like a dusting, and the result of that, you don't really get much of a. It doesn't really add much of a flavour to it, unfortunately. We get that in the UK as well. It's just the kind of product it is, really. Yes, there we go. No, thank you so much, Rick, for sending me all those things. You sent me some really good stuff. Still got a couple of things left over, but I'll probably review them separately, I think. I've got a meaning to do that. So, very interesting, though. Very interesting, really. Yeah, as in do individual reviews for those. But yeah, so it's been really nice. Thank you so much for all those things, Rick. It's been really great. I think sent me through some really good stuff actually, so very interesting as well. They're very quirky. I mean, you know, I didn't go so far as having the what was it, the bugs in juice, whatever it was you sent over. But I did try the squid, didn't I? I did try the squid, if you remember that. Probably honey honey buttered squid or whatever it was, probably. But I did try it. You know, I did try it. For the 2,000 subscriber special, wasn't it? I think. Oh, thanks so much. Thanks for staying up late, Rick. It's really much appreciated. Great to see you as well again, by the way. It really is great to see you. So thank you so much. And thanks again for all the treats. You're really great. So thank you. Thanks a lot for that. Really appreciated. Yes. Find a cream maybe to give the leftovers. I probably will nibble it over time. You know, but yes. But I will. Yeah, I will give some friends to try as well. Oh, thanks a lot, Rick. Thanks so much, everyone, as well. Thanks for all your chats. It's been great to see you all. And yeah, hope everyone has a great weekend. Have a good one. And I'll catch you next time. Oh, thanks again, Rick. Thanks so much. And thanks, everyone, again. And a bit of a delay, by the way. So if I'm gone by the time you've replied or don't reply, it's just because I've already gone. It's just a bit of a 6-second delay between me receiving your messages, basically, and replying. So I do apologise. But yeah. Thanks again, Rick. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good one. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.